choke. This ain't no game. This that CSZ game. They said pull up, so I came. You better put some respect on their name. Yeah, 55, what's goody? Kill the vibe, how could he? Big Cardinal on the hoodie. Let me break it down for you fully. This ain't your average broadcast. This ain't just no podcast. The mother shows spread fake news. We just taught them broadcast. West, Joey, Sam, Shawn, Dr. And you know that boy Higgy. He said he don't want no small fries. Tell them they better make them biggie. Yeah, you already know what we be on. We got the crown, we hold the throne. We throw them L's and you take them home. When they ring the bells, you know that it's home. The bar set, we setting the tone. If we set it, then set it in stone. Sit in the seat, set up your phone. You in the Cardinal sports zone.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of the Cardinal Sports Zone Podcast. Actually, this is the second one this week, but welcome to this episode, new episode of the Cardinal Sports Zone Podcast. What is up, everybody on the chat line? Shawn, Scuba Steve, JRW. We'll talk. No, the news isn't over. It's not tomorrow. We'll talk about that here in a few minutes, though. RL, what's good? What's up, everybody? New episode, hot and fresh out the kitchen. No R. Kelly intended there. Coming to you live from the Fitness Market Studios North. This is the Cardinal Sports Zone Podcast. I'm your host, Jeremy Wallman, here today virtually with my co-hosts, our women's basketball beat writer, Sam Baysden. Sam Baysden. Why is he just Sam? Hey, we're talking to you. Okay, Sam Baysden, Shawn Barber.
How's it going?
And Joe Wallman. I don't know what Sam's doing. Sam, what are you doing?
Sam.
It's always something here.
Can you hear us? Hold on, this way. There we go.
Sam!
I don't know what's going on. Bye-bye, Sam.
No.
Yeah, I kicked him out. All right.
Oh, hey. What's going on, guys?
Yeah, and Joe Wallman.
There you go.
All right, let's get Sam back in here. Jesus, man. Samothy, are you here?
I don't know what was going on, man.
I said, and here's my co-host, Sam Baysden. You're just like, Sam Baysden.
The intro was still playing for me. I just got done with the intro.
Can you hear us now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's get to the text lines real quick. We got a lot of stuff to get into. We got a lot of people tuning in right now, too. We appreciate y'all. We'll only answer this real quick because there's not much to talk about. Our hearing in front of the IARP is tomorrow. We should get that news 6 to 8 weeks later. But it's not, tomorrow's not the end all be all like a lot of people are saying on social media. What's up, Mike? What's up, TJ? What's up, Ronnie? What's up, Andrew? Kevin, Bradley, Scuba Steve, where is Higgy? He is probably tuned into the show because he never is here when we start the show. The Sam's back. Cameron, what's up? Walter, what's up? Atlanta's in the house. Bardstown's in the house. Our guy Ty ran into him at Best Buy today. I tricked my wife into going to Best Buy today to look. I made her think we were looking at one thing, and then we were really looking at something else. So we were up there looking at washers and dryers. It's real grown adult stuff right there when you're going to when you're pumped about getting new washers and dryers. What's up, Brian? What's up, Robbie? But ran into Ty there. He immediately, come up and, hey, I'm Ty from Bardstown. Like, because I was like, okay, so he has been listening to the show because we did ask everybody to, if you see us, identify themselves. So
Yep.
I appreciate that. But no, I knew who Ty was anyway. When he walked up to me, I knew who he was. So that was one of the instances where I'd have been good without the intro. Chris, what's up? Big football weekend. So let's get into it. Cardinal Sports Zone Podcast once again. You see, as always, our socials are on the Joey. Jesus. That's where Shawn normally is. JT, what's up, my man? JT Haskins. Louisville Football great, JT Haskins. If I see you, do I have to introduce myself? Yes, Kevin. Yes, you do. Only because my brain, look, I'll be honest with you all. My brain is so fried. I've got 1,000 things going on right now. So it probably would be good if, hey, by the way, hi, Joey. I'm Jeremy. Just introduce, even if you're in my home, introduce yourself. You're Larry? Cool. But as always, our socials are at the bottom. If you want to support the podcast monetarily, those joints are down at the bottom as well. Walter, I know your connections are good on Bates. I'm going to get to that, Walter. Sam, what is that he needs to do?
Relax.
All right, we'll just jump into y'all's questions first. I got a shot sheet over here, but as always, I want to make y'all happy. So the IARP hearing is tomorrow. The IARP meeting is tomorrow, and they're going to review our case. And yes, it's going to mean squat R because they're the ones that give the final ruling. So whatever they say here in 6 to 8 weeks, that's going to be that's the final word. So you know what? I'm going to give y'all a little treat because I was wanting to. I had this in a different order. But I think we're going to go ahead and rock with it because I see my guys in the waiting room right now. So we're going to go ahead and get him on first. We'll go to the questions. Then we'll get back on track with the show. But I don't want to waste his time because he is important people to me. Known him for a while. Cardinal, please welcome senior linebacker, Imani Montgomery.
Yo,
Monty, what's good, my man?
What's up, baby?
What's up, man? I'm glad to finally get you on here, man. It's been like 2 or 3 weeks. I've been telling people we was going to have you on here, and I'm like, man, it's going to be this week. So I appreciate you.
Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all.
For sure. Let me let's get started here. I didn't think you was going to be on here for a few minutes, but that's cool though. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this information down at the bottom so people can read it and write it down. But man, I've known Monty for a little while now. This is one of the perks of the job, y'all. When you cover the football team, when you used to be on the football team, and you get close to the football team, and these dudes can tell that you're good people because I'll be honest with you, we got one of the best photography staffs in the state as far as that covers UofL. And that's the way a lot of these connections form. Or if I'm up there covering an event, we meet that way. Monty's one of the coolest dudes. You can just tell he came over here at the house. We could all cut up, do a show, cut up, and it would just be like hanging out with your friends. So I really do appreciate you, Monty, and I appreciate you coming on to promote the camp.
Appreciate you, man, for having me.
And no problem. Now, I asked Brock some questions earlier in the week, so I'm going to try to change it up a little bit for you. But why did you decide to help host a youth football camp?
Man, it was honestly a joint type of collab, honestly, for me and Brock just wanting to help out the youth because I have kids of my own, so I got to, give back in that sense, Therefore, we just put that together, and he told me about his parents, what they do for a living, and it just made sense,
Absolutely. How much fun did you have shooting that promo that appeared on social media last week, man? That looked like a lot of fun. We didn't get to do stuff like that when I was here.
Yeah, it was all right, man. It wasn't all that, but we're gonna have to do something bigger and better this time.
Absolutely. I thought it was really cool. I was like, what is this? And it clicked on. I was like, oh, that's pretty dope. I mean, it was a little something. So the big question is this now, and we as athletes, or when I say we, I mean I'm a former athlete, but man, NIL has just changed the game altogether. And I've got my own opinion on it, but I want to ask you first off, with NIL, is it a huge distraction for some athletes? Do you have to be built to be able to balance NIL and doing your work on the football field? I mean, because I know it's not for everybody.
Yeah, it can definitely be a challenge to some people, but you got to just keep the main thing. But honestly, it teaches us a lot about business for the next level.
Absolutely. With name, image, and likeness, it's allowed you to legally create and run this camp where previously NCAA rules had prohibited it. So by all accounts, this is the first experience at creating and running a camp. What have you learned so far about this process?
I learned a lot, man. A lot of meetings are necessary. You have to dial down the insurance and stuff like that. Just the little necessities that you have to have for within the camp. The little things like that.
Absolutely. Again, we're on here with my guy Monty Montgomery. To sign up for the camp, look at the bottom ticker. We're rolling this out for Monty brand new this week. This is a new feature they've given us with their little interface here with the studio stuff. So we're rolling all the information down there, the date, the email address you have to hit up. I talked to Brock earlier in the week, and we were talking about how you all were doing scholarships for some of the kids that just can't afford to come to the camp. And we here at Cardinal Sports Zone are going to be donating multiple scholarships, so that way we can help out with the kids as well. So,
I appreciate that, man.
Hey, not a problem, man. Again, no matter how big or small your role is, if you're a part of this football program, you have love with them. You have love for them forever. I mean, you have been an integral part of this program. You got injured, you came back, you're better than ever. I didn't get to come back from any of I had 2 really big injuries at the very beginning. I never got to play, but no matter how big or small you are in this program, you have a love for it for life. When they say card for life, you really are a card for life.
They just repeated the Louisville UCF game from last year on ESPN where what's his name? What's the freshman's guy name?
Alderman. Janet Alderman.
No, it was just cool to see that last minute and a half again of that game. It was kind of like middle of summer. It's been a while since football's been on. It's like, all right, let's get the football juices going back. And I actually see Monty on there, so I was like, all right, cool. Like, look forward to talking to him this week.
Yeah, and Monty, we can't hardly see you, man. We see the top of your car, but we can't see you. That's what the fans are saying.
I couldn't even hear him, honestly. That's why I had it like that. I had it in my ear. My bad.
No, you're good. Hey, it's the fans complaining. It's not me. I know how it is, but
it's hard to hear me.
Yes, sir.
What's that?
It's hard to hear Joey. There we go. All
okay,
right.
I got you fixed. Sorry. Okay. I've already got put down here how they can sign up. We told Brock this last week that this is something really, Joey, you're throwing me off with all these backgrounds, bro. It's just such a great thing for you all to be like a lot of the times here in the city of Louisville. This has always been like a blue collar, like hard working town. People work 40 to 60 hour weeks, come home, turn on the basketball games, turn on the football games. And that was a lot of our parents' lives growing up. It was just work, come home, enjoy the football games. And then maybe 5 or 10 years later, we'd have somebody come back and give back. You are like, this is groundbreaking because y'all are doing this while y'all are here. He explained to us that not only are you two benefiting from this camp, but you are going to put a portion of the money into a fund for everybody to get a piece of. Man, that is so freaking cool, man.
Absolutely, man. You got to get back in every type of capacity you can.
Absolutely. All right. Last but not least, because I know you're busy and I want to make sure that we get you out of here because I know you're busy. Why is it important for parents to sign their kids up for these camps, especially with everything going on in the city right now and just the state of the country right now? Why is it important for parents to get their kids signed up for these things?
We just want to do things differently, honestly, man. Because like the situation that happened at the bridge last week or something like that, we just want to promote and just bring positivity to the city, honestly, man. However we can, we're just willing to do it.
All right, let me see if any of the people, what's up, Corito? What's up, Antron? What's up, Jason? I'll answer y'all's questions after we get. Antron says, what's up, Monty? Glad to have you healthy this year. Absolutely. Everybody's like, Monty. Hey, 55, a little late, but I'm here. Yeah, you're a little bit late. You just missed the top half of Monty's hair for this head for this last part of the show. But no, everybody's saying hi. Hard to hear. Okay. Monty, we cannot thank you enough for coming on and spending some time with us. Make sure, look at the bottom now. Follow Monty on Twitter at MontyTBE1 and Brock at Doman Brock, Mr. AKA Mr. Last Chance You over there. And
I'm Last Chance You too, man.
Did you?
I was about to say.
Yeah, I had a little feature against the team. Yeah.
Look, you're gonna have to tell me which season, which episode. I'll watch it. I didn't know that. Look, there have been gosh, I'm trying to remember we had a corner a couple years, or a safety a couple years ago that was on there that ended up, I want to say he had a pick six versus Wake Forest at Wake Forest to seal the game. I can't remember. And then we had this silly dude, and I think he ended up going to one of the smaller Florida schools. I want to say his name was Tim.
Yeah, Tim. Yes, sir.
Big Tim.
So
Yeah,
Tim Lawson or something like that.
No, not Lawson. It was the DN, the defensive end.
Yeah. Bonner.
Yeah.
Tim Bonner.
Bonner. Yeah. Yep.
And somehow I was scrolling through, not to keep you on here too. I was scrolling through Twitter the other day, and I saw where like Javian was talking to Bobby Bruce, who was one of the stars of Last Chance U. They were tweeting back and forth. I'm like, how in the heck did he know him? So, all right, Monty, man, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate your time. Anytime you need to push anything, give me a call, shoot me a DM. I got you.
Appreciate y'all, man. Love.
Not a problem. Right. Monty Montgomery, everybody, we appreciate him. And man, yeah, I'm glad to have him on here first though, because we were able to. Because one thing I hate the most is whenever guests come in here, I like to automatically get them in here. So I apologize for throwing the show off a little bit there. So I'm gonna let that one roll for a few till somebody sees it, says something. But let's get back to the. We had a little. What am I doing? Oh, okay. Here we go. Let me get back to my little shot sheet. Okay, let me get back to the shot sheet. Again, shout out to Ty from Bardstown. You can't see our socials or our support system.
I'm not giving anybody my social.
No, our social media, guru. All right, got everybody back.
Uncle Larry's in the house.
Uncle, I missed it. What's up, Larry? Oh man, real quick too. Oh, shout out to our guy Latrell Ware. He was shot this past weekend and passed away a couple of days ago. I was saying this on Twitter. One of my first football memories was Browning Nagel to him in the Fiesta Bowl, and he was such a good dude. I was talking to Anthony Shellman last night, and we were just talking about now. Shell is a little bit older than me, so well, a lot older than me. I just want to say a little so he didn't feel as bad, but he's older than me, and he played there with him. I didn't meet him until after football, after I left the University of Louisville. But great dude, man. So sorry for everybody's loss that knew him, that was related to him. Whatever, man. We thought that y'all know how things are around here in this house anyway. We send it. We ask for thoughts and prayers, but we send out just as many. So our thoughts and prayers are going out to Latrell and his family. All right, guys. I know what y'all been wanting to talk about. Y'all been wanting to talk about basketball, and we'll get into basketball first. What's up, Andrew? What's up, Josh? What's up, Danny? What's up, Tice?
Something like 50 cents over there. What up, plug? What
up? Yeah, it just happened, and it's been kind of private, but I did ask Anthony last night to reach out to his family and ask if it was okay for me to put out a tweet, and I did put out a tweet last night, just trying to let everybody know what was going on. So that is what we're doing right here. So, but anyway, yeah, we're going to talk about everything. I'm waiting for a guy to write me back. And when I say that, it's one of my sources, and I have not heard back from him. Look, we do this on the fly, y'all. If y'all don't like how we do it, I apologize greatly. Let's see. Yeah, Lewis, I didn't know that y'all were related until last year. I should have. Who sent me a DM from another website? Shawn, I'm gonna knock the piss out of you.
What?
I'm gonna knock the piss out of you.
What's up, Phil? I'm gonna have to. On the air right now. Update me if you can. All right, that's the last we'll talk about that. We'll let Twitter they can hit us up whenever I can get back to that. So we had an incident earlier in the week. It was called Imani Gate. That's what I called it anyway. Late Monday afternoon, I think it was Monday afternoon, there started being rumors swirling around that Imani was not coming to Louisville. There were crystal balls switched to undecided. Tuesday morning, Kansas State had a lot of steam as his destination. Then about noon, Michigan, the Michigan rumors from a Michigan beat writer who would have been like the equal,
like me saying anything.
Right. Equal to Joey getting on there. Said something, and it set Card Nation ablaze. I had probably about 300-400 DMs. Oh my God, I thought you said he was coming. And I'm going to stand behind that. I have said all along, his people have told me that he was going to be a Cardinal. Now, if something happens at the last minute, that's not something I can control. I can only give you all the information that I'm given. But with that being said, his people still have not told me that he was not going to be a Cardinal. I want to make that very clear. With that being said, I got 400 or 500 DMs. I had 300 people rage unfollow me because Imani wasn't coming to Louisville, apparently. Finally, I got word back from his people the next morning. Dude's wallpapers off. Yeah, that's what Joey does. He don't add a lot to the show purposely.
I was talking about half the time. I'm just looking at the background.
He's just like joking and putting up fire backgrounds. But anyway, his people hit me back yesterday morning and said, "Don't know where in the heck the Michigan stuff came from." And I quote, "No effing way he's going to Michigan." So, and the dude at the bottom is my brother Joe. Hoot, what's up? Andrew, what's up? If we had one or not. Absolutely. Now, here's what I will tell you. Here's what I have been told. They truly think Imani's coming. But since everything broke out Tuesday that he's undecided, allegedly, again, his people telling me he's not undecided. They've already went out and got a backup for him. There's also another, from what I understand, there's another guard that's already silent, given the silent commitment. So I think we're going to be fine. I just don't understand why everybody has to just, it's social media. I should have not slandered for 400, Joe.
What was that?
Your Jeopardy wallpaper when it was up. You should have got not slandered for 400.
Yep.
Here's what I think. This is complete. I want to start this off. So for all the message board wankers and Twitter hate mongers, this is Jeremy's opinion / speculation. All along, it seemed kind of weird to me that he has stayed in Michigan working out with his own team. Now, people I've talked to said he just didn't want to leave his hometown yet. He wanted to work out with his team. And I was like, all right, well, that's cool. But it's kind of led me to think there may have been an ulterior motive behind that. Because now I'm thinking that he either commits here or he takes the overseas route. I could see the overseas route being a reality, seeing that he's been hard at work back with his team. I talked to one of his, I know one of his trainers. He still has not led me to believe that anything has changed. Crap. That's what happens when I touch my phone when I'm talking to you all. But anyway, so the Michigan thing, don't know where that came. They even, Big Rig, James Strebel even got on his show that afternoon with a Michigan guy who was saying, oh, yeah, Monty's not coming is what we're hearing today. And just absolutely climaxed on the air because of it. And then it came out later that you could even read the Michigan message boards. And I don't read them. I know Trevor does. I know absolutely can. We did have a good talk that day. My guy Trevor, he reads the message boards. There's another one of my friends that reads them and sends them to me all the time. I still can't believe nobody has read the bottom line and said anything on the podcast. But and they showed me the Michigan boards, like the actual writers up there was like, no, I don't know why people are saying this. We're not pursuing Imani Bates. So I feel pretty confident just based off of that it's Louisville. There you go. No, you don't. You start a whole bunch of and you send it straight to me. Oh, Joe, you're sitting outside too, like Shawn now?
I'm standing next to Shawn.
Oh, okay. Just didn't even. No, Trevor, yeah, I mean, I'm sure you will be happier when you don't because it's just a cesspool of hate there, man. It's like there are literally people on those boards that hate, not dislike. They hate me because I share information. I mean, it could be real easy. I can just keep everything I know to myself, but then I'm not doing my job as your all's mouthpiece, as the voice of the voiceless, if you will, trying to think of any other wrestling analogy I can. As your tribal chief. No, I'm not going to. Acknowledge me, Joey. But there you go. Rito saw it. He saw it. Okay, we can take that off the bottom now. It says, "Are your snacks missing?" DMR tip line at I am the Higgy. We're gonna throw another one up there in a little bit. It's gonna be just as funny, I think. All right, is it Double Joe 7?
Well, if Higgy had this one, it would be 00007.
Did you say 3000?
0021.
There you go. Antron says the first rule of CSZ secret group chat is not to request entry into the group chat. I did have, honestly, and you weren't the only one that week, Antron. We were talking. I didn't make the mistake of it, but I mentioned something about, it was was it the Ramey stuff about how we had the conversation the night before that Ramey had plummeted from like 95 to 50% chance at him in my eyes. And then right after that show Saturday, I had like 8 or 9 people that are like, "Hey, can I get into that group? Can I have some of that group chat?" It just was like, and it was fun. Trevor, stop. Thank you, Walter. I appreciate that. Any hints on the mystery person? Brother, I don't know who the mystery person is. I'll be honest with you. I think I've told you all along, there's a point in time where they're going to stop sharing everything. Either going to stop sharing everything or they're going to tell me, "Jeremy, you can't talk about it." And I'm not going to tell you. Well, yeah, I will tell you. I wasn't told about this because I feel like they still believe that Imani's coming here. So, but I mean, they're human too. They can be shook just like we were shook. So I'm just imagining they were like, "All right, we'll find." And then I saw a tweet on Twitter yesterday from Brandon. It was like, just had a ACC coach contact me, or had a recruit dad contact me about getting them in touch with a certain ACC program to reclassify or something like that. And I can see it being anything. They don't care. And I really feel, I appreciate you saying that. I really don't. It just like it. I'm like literally the nicest guy. Actually, I used to say that all the time. But for those of y'all that don't know, when's your birthday, Shawn?
Week from Monday. A week from this coming Monday.
A week from Monday.
Couldn't you just say the date?
27th.
On the 27th, Shawn will be the big 4-0. So, Shawn's literally the nicest person on earth. But I'm right in second place. I was going to say right behind him, but I know how Joey's mind works, so I didn't say that. And these people are like, "Man, Jeremy should go to hell. F him. I hope he gets stuck in his refrigerator and somebody pushes it off the cliff and then pisses on it and sets it on fire on the way down." I'm like, gosh, man, y'all need to get a life. Second off, would none of you all come to my house and say that to my face? And if you want to, I will hand you out the address and we can talk about it face to face. I'm not about that life. That's why it's hard for me not to get on the message boards and call them all out. But I have guys like Rito, and I have guys like Steve, and I have guys like Shawn and Sam and Joey that are like, "Calm down. Calm down. We know you're not."
I didn't tell you to calm down. I was ready to bring them.
We know you're not about that life, but calm down. Kevin, I'm glad you brought that up, man. I was going to talk about that later. This site that I have been looking at all year, it's called Big Game Boom.
Joey.
Joey.
Yes.
Oh, wait a minute. You think that's bad? Hold on. Let me throw the scroll on.
If I had a picture of his face, which I was trying to figure out how to do it, there was one where I could have put his face right there.
Hey, check out the ticker at the bottom too.
Unbelievable. Uneffing believable.
You do believe that? Like, why are you saying unbelievable for it?
But I was checking that. Somebody sent me a tweet.
Sam just saw it.
Listen. No, I've been checking out the Big Game Boomer all year. It ranks all the coaching staff members and player position, this and that. And yesterday they decided to do best podcast for all this dude's got like 50,000 followers. Everybody loves him as far as I know. And right under Louisville, I was like, Oh, snap. Okay. So we appreciate the recognition. We'll have him on later in the summer. I invited him on the show. I didn't pay him this time. And we got on that list. So that makes 2 for 2. We won the Leo over every other podcast in the city. And now we big game boomered everybody. But with that being said, man, there are a lot of great podcasts in the city. Our guys over at State of Louisville, their podcast, they have so many podcasts, I can't even name them all. You got the Off the Walls. I know that's under that same umbrella, but Brian Trent, he does a phenomenal podcast. There's just so many. Gosh, man, I'm trying to think of some of the other ones here in the city. Like, again, I know like there's 100 of them under that State of Louisville umbrella, but the Crunch Zone podcast, there's just so many podcasts, great podcasts. We appreciate it. Good Lord, SpongeBob Joe Pants. But someone call it. That's not his number, y'all. I would never put his real number on there. I was hoping. Yeah, Kevin, it's not his number. When you get it right, they're quiet. No, absolutely.
Some of our female viewers might have called that number.
Well, they can if they want his number, they can DM me, and then after I get through talking to him, I'll pass him to Joey. And then when Joey's done talking to him, he'll pass it to Sam. Then when Sam gets done, Shawn will get him.
Well, by that time, it ain't gonna be much left.
Yeah. Man, I did that to a buddy saying he has good call, Kevin. Might have to make a Craigslist ad. Tons of recruiting services out there. Louisville will not have any problem. Absolutely, John. There is something wrong with some of the Cards fans, and there's something wrong with me. If you can check out the bottom scroll thing, man, we just have fun. That's why we like coming. That's why we like doing the show, because we really feel like, I mean, this is not something that we do for a full-time job. If it was a full-time job, yeah, maybe we'd be more professional and come to you live from the studio. And I'm Cracker-D McCracker. But no, we're just having fun. Just a bunch of people normally sitting around the table, talking sports, shooting the bull, and that's what we like to do. So, but yeah, I've been right so many more times than I've been wrong. I was wrong. They couldn't wait to tell me I was wrong about Devin recommitting to Louisville. And then 2 weeks later, he did, and you didn't see any kind of retraction. So, all right, I'm through giving them time. They don't deserve my time. Skin, what's up, man? Yeah, look, the whole squad is in here. What do you think about Kevin Miller? He's got some game. Don't know who that is. Joey's mic has had issues. I don't know why he's not touched his mic. What's it? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, he's
testing. I just probably had too far away.
Probably so. I've known you a long time. You've always, yes, Michael, that's true. I used to have a lot of fun with your sister. I'm just kidding. I didn't really. She was very annoying. Yeah, I have to be aggressive at times. Bradshaw looked way better in the red and white than the blue. Yeah, for sure. So let me get back to what I was to make sure I didn't skip over anything, because we did get off track there for a few. Again, I've been super confident that Imani would be a Card. I was told by his people 2 months ago. His people still haven't told me that he will not be a Card. Something did happen. I don't know what happened. It could just be the speculation run a while. It may be nothing, but we will get you more information as it comes in. I put out another text about 5 hours before the show trying to get some info. So maybe they want Matt back. That's a joke on yourself. If they knew her, absolutely. She was actually, I didn't date her. I dated her friend. And you know what? This is different show. Yes, and happier. He did look happier. And all of y'all, this is not just a rivalry thing, but weren't all the Kentucky photos just so bland? It was just like, hey, I'm going to take a picture in front of a sheet. Like, ours were so much more creative. Does the basketball team have a strength and conditioning coach yet? Chris, they've had one for a couple of weeks. I don't know why it's not been announced, but I'm glad you brought that up, because I was getting to that next. First off, the Perez kid that everybody, the Rock Nation guy, everybody's like, oh, what's going on? Why we lost him? We didn't. No, we got him. He's taking his boards right now, his law exam. He'll be here in a couple of weeks. That's all good. That's good. The strength and conditioning coach. The rumor is that it's and when I say rumor, this is coming from somebody that knows him very well, but I'm not going to out anybody. But it's the University of Kentucky basketball's strength and conditioning coach. So let's see, was that Hersey Miller or another? Look, we're gonna have all the Millers here. Nolan already called me to tell me that I'm a if you want to accept, so I'll let y'all know how that goes. Silly. Eric, just now tuning in. I always love these shows. Thank you, man. Andrew plus Curry and him were talking on this post. If that matters, yeah. Whatever we'll do. Yeah, I don't really. I don't know what a Will Levis is, but it sounds pretty annoying. Is Shawn sitting on his none? What's up? Hey man, ain't it time for supper in bed? It's nap time for Jeff, but no. Perez is on the way. The UK strength and conditioning coach. I fully expect him to be named the next strength and conditioning coach for our basketball team. And
didn't see that.
He didn't.
No, the one I picked for.
Yes, Walter, that is true. They had a scholarship available, but they said 2 months ago they were not drafted. They were not pursuing Imani Bates, and his people reiterated to me yesterday morning, Walter. I had no idea where the Michigan stuff came from. No effing way he's going to Michigan from a family member of his. Saturday night is going to be lit at Churchill Downs. Yes, the recruits are going to be there. Go out there and support them. Support that. Go get loud. Chant all their names. I know Skinner and them like to do stuff like that. Just paint their names and then go on your under your shirts and then raise. No, please don't do that. I'm just kidding. For a good time, call Shawn Barber 502. You know what? Let me take that off here real quick because that is partially his number. So I won't tell you which parts are right and which ones aren't. Most of them are. But then thank God, man, a lot of people freaked out when Dior committed to Pittsburgh, and then I think he kind of got called out at the coach's Q&A a couple nights ago. One of the people there, and I won't say his name because I don't want to have any issues, but was like, yeah, I tried to recruit a kid the other day, and he just came at me with like, oh, I don't care about the basketball. I just want the money. So I didn't talk to him no more. And I think that was Dior. We dodged quite the bullet, man, because after he committed to Pittsburgh, he started going at about 100,000 different people on Twitter. We were told he was kind of a diva beforehand. He kind of proved that. I mean, I don't really know him. Do you expect the roster to be set by the end of this week, like Spalding said, or do you need more time? I had heard that too, so I'm not gonna fault Tom that, but I think with this Imani situation going on, which I don't know what the situation is, because again, I'm being told he's still going to be in Louisville. Michigan writers are saying that he's coming to Michigan. Then the other Michigan writers are like, no, he's not. We're not even recruiting him. So I don't know what to think, but I will say this: I believe I believe it was supposed to be set by the end of this week. I think it'll be a couple. I fully expect by the end of June for the roster to be complete. Devin Ree will be on campus here in a couple weeks. The way Oak Hill's school year goes, it's still kind of odd. I thought he would already be here by now, but the team was aware he would be kind of late, like Matt Cross was last year. Maybe on Twitter, but you won't catch me at Downs After Dark or none of that. That's asking for trouble. Okay. What's up, Rick? Rito, I think that was Dior too. Absolutely. At Jason Baker, a Wildcat and an old Cougar. Okay. Dior blocked you. Oh. Dior blocked you. Okay. Well, that's you. He just a diva because you're one of the nicest people ever. Also, so and I don't just throw that. I know you are like, man, he throws that around a lot. Aaron Bradshaw again visited Monday. Looked like he had a really good time. And the last topic, as far as this is concerned, the first part of the show, guards. I know everybody's freaking out about guards, and Sam, I'll start with you. If the roster is closed right now and we don't add anybody else, is this a big issue for you, or are you still having this first 3 months? It's actually 90 days today, I believe, that he's been on the job, and we already know, like, we're already under the impression he's got some guards locked up. Joey, where are you at now?
I'm waiting for somebody there in the chat room to figure out what that is.
Okay, all right, cool. Yes, Scuba Steve Maven did have all tweet Dior, and then he committed to Pittsburgh. He would have been ours, though. I was told I've got a conversation that I could, and maybe after I retire I can show you all. But from Dior that was like, "Don't say anything, but I'm coming to Louisville." And this was not to me. This was one of my constituents that works for a big basketball company, and he sent it to me immediately after Dior decommitted. And Dior came in and acted an ass, and excuse my language there, acted a fool, and that was deaded right there. Elle will tell, absolutely. But yeah, I was there that night. And I was like, man, don't do that. But y'all know how Marcus is. When it's 11:18 and he's about 2 vodkas in, you're gonna get a show either way. Sam looks like he's playing. He looks like he's texting. So he's like sitting to the side.
I'm actually using my phone right there, so I'm just looking. But
I do expect some commitments this weekend for sure. Andrew, James, Lance, and Reed are guards if need be. Yeah, we'll be better off without him. We get the real. Yeah, man. Everybody looking forward to DJ. I am too. Shawn, what about you? The guard thing. Sam, you didn't answer yet, did you? I just kept talking. My bad. Y'all know how I get. Sam, what? Is this a big deal for you, or are you just like automatically just trusting that KP's either got something up his sleeve already, and this is not as big of a deal as the 1% on Twitter that like to just anger, unfollow, and cancel everything? Do you think they're making a bigger deal out of this than it needs to be? I guess is the question.
yeah, I do, because I'll say this: guards are a dime a dozen, especially at this level. Because you know how the old saying goes, you really see the different levels of play when it comes to like Division 1 and Division 2 and NAIA when it comes to the big man, because guards are gonna be guards. You're gonna get those same type of guards that play at the NAIA that have that mentality that could play in Division 1. So my thing is, if you're worried about getting another guard, guards are all over this state and all over this country. So if the roster stays the way it's at, I'm completely fine with it, because like you say, it's been less than 3 months. So I know he has a guard, at least one guard that can play at this level at Louisville the way that he wants to run his program. He can find that guard, so that's not an issue for me at all.
What about you, Shawante?
I said this already before, but I think you have guys on the roster that will be guards, because I think he's wanting to run a system similar to Florida State. Florida State, I mean, one of their point guards is Scotty Barnes, and Scotty Barnes is not really a prototypical point guard. He's a pretty big dude. So I think you're going to have Mike James play the off guard, although I'm betting he might even play a little point. I think you'll probably have Lands play kind of small forward and maybe come down to the 2 guard from time to time. I think it's going to be a lot of positionless type of basketball, with the exception of your center. I think it's going to honestly be the 4 out, 1 in philosophy that Chris Mack was supposed to bring here.
What? What? The what?
The 4 out. Moving on.
That's what she said to Shawn.
Moving on. I'm done.
Shawn, I had to just throw something on the bottom line for Shawn. Joey, what about you? I saw that Rito is tired of the guard talk as well. I think we all are. What about you? You're just here for the backgrounds?
Just shut up and play.
Phil said other than for our platform or show, he likes coming on just for the backgrounds. Rito says the guard talk is getting played out. Absolutely. Jeremy tried Mountain Dew Energy Orange. Okay, I will do that. Our team's going to deal with Curry, BHH, Withers, and Will in the paint low. They're going to have to pray. That's what they're going to have to do.
That's why the guard situation isn't that concerning to me, because what we got, the beef we got down low.
I mean, KP's already said from day one, we're playing positionless basketball this year. Maybe he already knew this. Maybe if y'all would listen to him, it would be.
And you got to remember,
that is from Dr. Strange.
Yeah, and you got to remember these kids, these student athletes, A lot of them were shorter. They played guard when they were through middle school, AAU ball, things like that. You only needed to bring up the ball every so often. It doesn't have to be Al Ellis bringing up the ball every single time.
Absolutely. Erastus Jones says, great show, first time listener. We appreciate that first time listen. We are all tired of that blank, Scuba Steve and Jason. Yes, I said what I said. The bottom line reads, Shawn needs some female loving, please. Anybody have a sister, have a mom, have an urn with a hole in it. Please let him know. And of course, we're just having Sam,
What is that?
an urn. I'm just trying to have some fun. We all have fun. And one of these days, Shawn's going to say something back to me, and I'm just going to have to laugh.
One of these days, Sean's gonna never mind. He's gonna have some fun.
Not going to happen. But it is what it is. We just, before we get to the second part of our show, we do want to talk about some of our fine sponsors. I'm doing something different this week, y'all, where I can keep the screen up on the. So if you see me looking over to the side, I've got my shot sheet on the phone instead this week. So we may not be doing this next week. But anyway, Shack in the Back Barbecue, 3633 BBQ. It's in Fairdale. They just opened up their new store. We will be broadcasting live from there in about 6 weeks. We haven't nailed the date down completely yet. I will be getting with Miss Barbara after the show to make sure she don't forget she's had a lot on her mind. Fitness Market, our guy Chris and Sarah, 502-882-2694. They've been putting in new workout equipment all over the city, and it's a great place to get your workout equipment from. I've got weights, I've got an elliptical. No, I have an upright bike. I've got a seated stair stepper and a treadmill. All very sturdy, all very fine equipment. Got it all paid off really, really quickly. Very affordable if you get that financing, which is how I had to do it. But what was it you saw about Fitness Market, Joe?
Remember last time we were talking about it, I said I thought I saw something that looked like they might be opening their own fitness center. What it was is they have been going and installing in fitness center, like small gyms at I think some hotel complexes.
Cool. Will Mr. P be in the house? Absolutely. So will Hersey, Mercy, and Percy Miller. Apparently, we're going to have the whole Miller family up here on the team at some point. Our guy Chris out of Fort Pegs, 502-634-1447, down on 1447 Goss Avenue. Amazing food as well. We're going to get out there as well with him. I'm sweating like a hoe in church right now, and I don't know why. I've got like the hat with the hole in the top of it, so I have no idea why I'm sweating so much. So if y'all see some drip, maybe we'll produce some hype intro music for sure. I think that's a great question, a great idea, Anthony. Our guy Rob out at Derby City Lawn and Landscaping is mowing, setting up new front yards. 502-773-5757. Last but not least, it's the Pence Empire All-American Pool and Supply Company, 448-0300. If you got it, it's just simple. If you got a pool, go get your supplies there. If you don't got a pool, go up there, have them help you either purchase a pool that they have already made or design your own pool. That's what I'm gonna have them do when we move into our new home here in about 24 months or so. So here we go. Huge football recruiting weekend. We're gonna start off with that real quick. And Shawn, I am going to pull up this list of people, and I want you. I'm gonna try to make this to where I can see this in the chat line. It may not be possible because the screen is really, really. It's not the biggest screen I thought I was going to see. So, all right, let me. Okay, all right. So first on the list, we got a huge recruiting weekend this weekend. And I'm going to say, Shawn and Sam, we'll do it like this. I'm going to say a name, and I want you to tell me the first thing that comes to your mind when I say the name. So, Sam, you can go first. Luke Burgess.
Physical.
That would make you next, Shawn.
Oh, sorry. Mauler.
Okay. All right.
That was so like.
Yeah, but it absolutely. Phil says no cap. I know 3 a little bit. He really does. Yeah, absolutely, man. I have him drop in sometime, Phil. Like if you got I normally am the guy that's got all the plugs, all the hookups. Even the guy that's got the hookups needs a hookup sometimes. So Have him drop by and holler at us sometime. Raymond Polito. He looks like he is a rising 3-star. It looks like he has offers from Alabama, Miami, Michigan, Tennessee, and UCLA are the notable ones. Shawn, I'll let you go first on this one. And this may take a while. I don't care. We have nothing else to do tonight. Polito, your thoughts?
Protector.
6'6", 358 pounds, offensive tackle from St. John Bosco,
Pancakes.
California. Joey says pancakes, absolutely. You know what? Let's do this. So it don't take as long. We'll flip-flop back and forth. Sam, the running back, Dontavius DJ Braswell, Washington County, Georgia, 5'11", 200 pounds. His offers, Louisville, Nebraska, Florida State, Oregon, Georgia, Bama, Pitt, Tennessee, a bunch of conference teams, Penn State, and that school down the road.
Electric. I'll put it that way. Yeah.
Okay. All right, we're just going to do one word. I'm cool with that. Shawn, the wide receiver, Nathaniel Joseph, Miami Edison High School in Florida, 5'7", 168 pounds, Adidas All-American, Louisville, Penn State, Miami, LSU, Tennessee, Texas A&M, Florida State, Texas, Oregon, Florida, Clemson, Michigan, Pitt, Bama, Georgia, and amongst others.
I want to say, is that the just for clarification, is that the guy that just decommitted from Clemson?
I believe so.
Yeah, that guy is spectacular.
And yeah, Chris, I mean, that is true. And I'm going to answer these questions as we're going through these as well, so we don't get too far behind. Zan Payne's on the team, so and I don't know how well he plays. He could be a guy that comes in and gets to play more minutes than he thought. So, all right, Sam, back to you. We're going to go to free safety, Jaden Davis. He is already committed. He's coming in from Collins Hill, Georgia, 6'1", 170 pounds. Louisville, Michigan, Penn State, Utah, Tennessee, and Miami are his notable offers.
He's a difference maker, and he's what we need in the secondary.
Okay, I like it. Shawn, defensive end, Adonja Green from Cedar Grove, Georgia, 6'5", 206. That's light for a defensive end. Louisville, Tennessee, Pitt, USC, Michigan, Tennessee, Miami, and then a bunch of conference schools there, and then the turds down the road.
Got to keep that guy, because that guy is a rising star. He's going to, I think he's going to get more offers than what he has now. That's just my opinion, but I think he will. So we got to hold on to him. That's the biggest thing about him.
And Scuba Steve, you're right. It is. I can't believe I'm just hey, Scuba Steve. You're right. It's nice to see most offers now with the big boys. Again, a lot of these, we're recruiting against the rest of the ACC with most of these guys. I didn't name them, but a lot of these have Virginia Tech and Virginia, Wake Forest, Georgia Tech. So we're still it's still better than seeing Arkansas State, Texas Southern, Louisiana Monroe. All right. So that makes Sam next. Wide receiver, Jahil McClain, committed. St. John Bosco, California, 5'10", 176 pounds. His notable offers, Louisville, Arizona State, Michigan State, Oregon, Pittsburgh, USC, and Texas. He's a 4-star. I know I stopped saying the stars earlier. I'll get back to doing that now. 4-star.
I'm gonna use a word that we're not gonna use too often, but continuity. I think he's gonna have great connection with his quarterback, and something like what we have with Brian Brom and Harry Douglas, Teddy Bridgewater, Eli Rogers, Lamar, and Jalen Smith. So hopefully keep it going.
Absolutely. What's up, Brian? Also, yes, Michael, you're correct. And Walter, it would be awesome to get a commit this weekend from Ruben. I don't know how likely that. I do expect us to get a commitment this weekend or two. It honestly would not shock me if we Owens and Sanker walked away Cards this weekend. Now, please don't go and tell people I said that, because that's my speculation. That's not an official guess. All right, Shawn. DOG is his position. Gibran Harvey from Southern Durham, North Carolina, 6'2", 215. His offer sheet was he's a 4-star, but this is his offer sheet. It's Louisville, Arizona State, Duke, Wake Forest, Appalachian State, Washington, Michigan, North Carolina, Penn State, Virginia Tech, West Virginia, IU, Florida, Virginia, Pittsburgh, Oklahoma, and yuck. Just says yuck. So
I'm going to say athlete because that, when you get a guy that has a dog position, you got to have a guy that's going to be able to do kind of a lot of things, and he can do a lot of things on the football field in that defensive position. I wouldn't even doubt maybe they might try him. I mean, he's a little big for it, but maybe at the guard position. But yeah.
Okay, well, that's 5 minutes of my life I'll never get back. Sam, wide receiver, commit DeAndre Moore Jr., Los Alamitos High School, California, 5'10", 189, Adidas All-American. You can find him anywhere between a 4 and a 5-star, depending on which one you look at. His offers: Louisville, Alabama, Arizona, Auburn, Florida, FSU, Georgia, LSU, Miami, Michigan State, Notre Dame, Oklahoma, Oregon, Penn State, Tennessee, Texas, Texas A&M, USC, Utah, and West Virginia.
I'm gonna say, like Shawn said earlier, there are certain guys in this class that you have to keep. He is definitely one of those guys that you have to keep. This young man could play for any school in the country, as you can see just by the list of offers. He's one of those guys that he's a game breaker. He can make plays anywhere on the field. He's your go-to guy at this point in time, especially he can develop into your go-to guy. I'm sorry. But with the list of schools that are after him, he's one of those guys that Louisville must keep in this class to let the other 4 and the other high 4-stars and low 5-stars know Louisville is a place you can come and be successful.
Absolutely. I'm going to run through the rest of these real quick. We don't really have a whole bunch of time to go through every single one of them, but there's a reason why I did it that way. To see the entire list with their offers, rankings, All-American status, and everything else, go to cardinalsportzone.com, click on the visitor list. It's there for you all for free. Check it out. But we got also guys coming in this weekend, and I'm going to name the rest of them off so you all can give me your opinion on this. Jordan Church, Reuben Owens, Jeremiah Tellender, Madden Sanker, Jamari Johnson, Pierce Clarkson, Kyle Parker, Aaron Williams, and Williams, Clarkson, and Jamari are all committed already. Kobe Keenum. Did I say Kyle Parker? I think I did.
Yeah.
But we're not going to – I don't think we'll get Parker. We've already got 2 commits in McLean and Moore that are wide receivers. And you got Nathaniel Joseph. That's the guy I think we get over Parker. Again, I don't have any inside knowledge on that or not. But again, if you want to know more about that, go to cardinalsportzone.com. Check it out. Let me go ahead and expand the screen. Jeff Nunn says, I don't think Owens commits anytime soon to any school, but don't be shocked if we pick up 2 O-line commitments. I agree. Good shot. We get a commitment from offensive lineman Luke Burgess. That's the guy. I think him and Sanker are the 2 that Shawn or Sam or one of the recruiting team are writing up stories for this weekend. Let's see, was the hoops commit Pierce Clarkson mentioned this weekend happening? I don't know, because I don't know Pierce Clarkson, and I never found, because I'm pretty sure he said it was a guy from next year's class that was committing this weekend. We need it, though. If ever a fan base needed a surprise commitment, it's this fan base. So, absolutely. Rapid fire. Now, gosh, the Cards put up a valiant effort against Texas A&M last weekend. We did review. We reviewed game 1 and previewed game 2 on the last show. Both games so close to beating them. Game 1 was a walk-off. Game 2 was just a travesty. Excited to see them back next year. I know that Dalton is working on a piece as far as an open letter to the baseball team. JK's writing up a piece, as far as I know, talking about who's returning, who's going, and stuff like that. So Next year we have a great recruiting class. Parker just got an LSU offer, and his dad went that. Well, there you go. So, but off the baseball team, Ben Metzinger, Jack Payton, Dalton Rushing, all named first team All Midwest All Americans. Chris Dominguez, former Card, named the Bellarmine University head baseball coach. Will Smith became the first UofL player to homer off of a former teammate in history. I don't know who he played last night and hit the homer.
That would be Reed Detmers.
Reed Detmers, okay. Higgy sends me the most incomplete stuff for rapid fire. I guess I should be lucky that I can read it all to get at all. Angel McCautry has a court that is opening tomorrow at 11 a.m. at Shively Park. Sam,
I think it's Saturday.
Saturday? Okay, Higgy, you're fired. Never coming back. It says
I
tomorrow.
could be wrong, dude.
Well, I trust you over Higgy 9 out of 10 times. Congratulations, Chris, on this new job. Absolutely. Yeah, he's fired. He's so fired. It's two things. Bluebell Park was a really awesome atmosphere. It looked like a major league park. Like, it blew me away. It honestly did. But let's see. What's next? We are – he made sure he included this in the rapid fire. We are 69
Oh, no,
games.
it's Friday. It's tomorrow.
Okay, Higgy, you're hired. We'll rehire you. I love giving Higgy, crap, but this was undeserved. Thanks, Jeff. I appreciate it. You fact checking.
I love it. Scuba Steve said, "Higgy, you're fired," and then he backed him up and said, "Actually, it's tomorrow."
Yeah, well, and he said he was fired before I said he was fired. I looked up and Higgy, you're fired. Like, yeah, you are actually. Higgy's back though. He's back. Bring back the Big Four Classic and play in Freedom Hall every year. I like that idea. Is Bruff? Yeah, he is. Sam, Phil's asking you a question.
I can't see.
That's incorrect. That is Jamaican flag, I believe. He is from the Bahamas.
Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't see the flag. I don't have the.
What color's the flag?
It's a black,
it's Kofi
yellow,
Kingston's
and green.
flag. So.
Oh yes, Jamaican. That's a Jamaican flag.
Just tuned in. Any new updates on Imani? I will get them to you as soon as I'm waiting on a word back as we speak. To give you the short, because I'm so far behind on where I want to be, but I'm here for you all. So if y'all want to go 8 hours, I'm going 8 hours. If y'all want to go an hour, we'll go an hour. That's just how
God dang it, Joe.
Here's the short story, Jack. People said he was considering Michigan when he wasn't. That blew up on social media Wednesday morning. His people texted me, said, "Hey," I got a funny story about that too. Texted me and said, "Hey, don't know where the Michigan stuff coming from. No way and no effing way he's going to Michigan." So we're just, and he's still not told me he's not going to be a Cardinal. So I don't know. Here's the funny thing. So, there's really, really brave people on social media that screenshot stuff. And somebody screenshotted my comment about, I said I was starting to get worried Tuesday when I couldn't hear when his dad did, when his people didn't hit me back. I was like starting to get a little worried, and it was put into a forum on Facebook that I'm a part of. So the first comment under it was, "Well, why would he need to call you CSC?" So, and then I replied to it, I was like, because I've known him for a while. And then everybody was like, "Oh, I guess you didn't expect him to see the comment and respond." But it's all love. We're all Card Nation. Big day football. Cards. Yep. Aaron Bradshaw visit. It looked like it went well. He went to Villar, I think that was, to eat. Some creepy person, which we appreciate, took pictures while he was eating dinner and put them on Twitter. So, Shawn, that might be a way for you to get it. Never mind. Yeah. So let's see. What's next? Higgy did put this, but we are 69 days from kickoff. He thought that was funny to say. He might be fired again. I'm not sure.
He knows nothing about it.
It's Angels Court dedication is tomorrow, 11 to 2:30. We have details on the site right now. Sidney Curry's got his basketball camp coming up July the 30th. We'll have him on before then to talk it up a little bit. Shout out to Shawn Moth and Lance McGarvey. Both of them hit me up this past week. Lance has been really, really good about keeping in touch with me throughout everything going on, and just a great dude. And Shawn Moth, I was talking to Shawn Friday, so the day before the College World Series, and he was like, I see what everything you're going through. I know, you're a good dude, yada yada yada. He's like, I'll tell you what, I'll give your dad a shout out during the game tomorrow if you want me to. And I was like, man, you don't need to do that. I appreciate that. But just great dudes. We have great people around the University of Louisville. Make sure that you check out the Locked On Louisville podcast. It's hosted by Dalton Pence a couple times a week. If you subscribe to it, like you subscribe to us, you'll get the update as soon as possible. And I want to, because it's on my shot sheet here, I do want to mention we were named as the #1 podcast in the city by one site. We appreciate that. But there are a lot of great podcasts. I'm nothing if I'm not humble. So we do appreciate it. And excuse me. And we had a great show tonight, man. We appreciate everybody tuning in and stuff. We are still going to have Ben Souders, Chris Redmond, Nolan Smith, and Sydney Curry on the show. We're just trying to get the schedules worked out. We do want to shout out again to all of our fine sponsors: Fitness Market, Shack in the Back, Four Pegs, Derby City Lawn and Landscaping, All American Pool and Supply Company. And we are working on more, including River City Entertainment. If y'all hit us up, we'll get y'all going. If you want to sponsor the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast, it's easy. DM us on Twitter, get a hold of us on one of the social media avenues, or give us a call at 502-694-0375. On social media, the site's social medias are at the bottom, but individually on Twitter and Instagram, I'm at Jeremy_CSZ.
Baseboy124.
Lville Shawn.
At Joe 1526.
And then our other members who were not here tonight, Wes is at WesB_42. Higgies is I Love the Snacks. And Dalton's is at D_Pence_, which, by the way, man, Dalton filled in again for Mike Rutherford this past week. Did a really, really good job. Really appreciate him. Bold predictions. Mario Lands is in the Anthony, I think that's an accurate prediction. I don't think that's even not to diss the word bold there. I think he is going to be the ACC Freshman of the Year. You can find our podcast on all the podcast avenues, over 125 in all: Apple, iTunes, Buzzsprout, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn, Google, Amazon, and iHeart. Hit subscribe or follow now. Hit the like button on our. If you're on YouTube, hit that like button. If you're on Twitter, hit the retweet and follow at Card Sports Zone for all show notifications. Dang it, Joey.
Somebody said Shawn was out of the bathroom probably, so I figured I'd go to the bathroom.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, that was the very, very small John Lindemann. So love you, buddy.
That's Shawn's best angle.
No.
There's no good angle.
If you haven't listened to all the episodes of the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast, you can go back and check them all out. Go to cardinalsportszone.com, hit the podcast tab, go to CSZ Podcast, and listen to them all. There's also a couple other old podcasts that we used to do. The Cardinal Sports Zone podcast, very first iteration of it when it was just me, Steve, and Justin. That's on there. We used to have a whole bunch of CSZ on 93.9 episodes there, but I don't think they paid their SoundCloud bill. So those are not there anymore. But check out the rest of the stuff. Check out cardinalsportszone.com, the place it all began. We have a lot of nice features and exclusives. Sam, do you have something you plan to put out tonight about Angel?
Yeah, I'm going to try to get it out probably tonight or first thing in the morning, seeing that it is tomorrow.
Jeff said, is bathroom code for closet as far as Shawn's concerned. Yes. Yes, it is. Hey, Jason, we appreciate you. We appreciate you, Phil, man. We appreciate you too. Where am I? If you have any ideas or suggestions for guests or themes, shoot any of us a DM. Just hit us up during the show. Shawn will write them down on toilet paper or something. Give our guy Kevin at L1C4 The Arts a follow. He is the official merchandiser for CSZ. And as always, y'all want to show some love to the podcast, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Venmo, Cash App right there. We appreciate all donations. We were able to get, let's see if we can turn this over and able to get this new mixer because of all your all's donations. Makes it sound like we're Jerry Lewis Telethon, but all y'all's love and support got us this very, very fine state-of-the-art mixer. We got brand new microphones all around the table from Christmas. We just appreciate y'all so much. Shout out to our guys, Marcus Maven and Steve Rummage, even though Steve was supposed to be on tonight to talk basketball recruiting. And evidently he's probably out pineappling with another couple at Norton Commons. I don't know. Let's go, Sam. Any last words for you, buddy?
The sun is hot. But now, for real though,
There you go. All right. So, Shawn,
nah, for real though, just be patient, like Jeremy said a while. Let the cake bake on this basketball recruiting. Coach Payne hasn't been here too long. Let him do what he got to do, and we'll reap the rewards later on.
the next episode we're going to talk about, I want to address this. We're going to talk about expectations for this upcoming season and why everybody's jumping off a cliff is leading me to believe that they have unrealistic expectations for year one. But we're going to talk about that next week. Salute Phil, Jason again. And then Phil says, bro, I got a background of a bathroom. I'm out on that one. Salute, guys. Jack says the whole city of Louisville could be employed with the amount of jobs Higgy's lost tonight. And the amount of snacks he's enjoyed as well. Cuba Steve says Joey has the best backgrounds in the business. John says hope everything comes out okay. John says cake. D-Wall Beats says blame UNC. Absolutely. Shawn, your last words.
First off, whoever pissed off Mother Nature, please take her some flowers, sweet talk her, get her to cool down a little bit because it's too hot out here.
What do you know about sweet talking?
That's good. That's good. Well, listen. Just because I haven't had to do it doesn't mean I haven't had to witness it. Trust me, I have a father who had a tendency to fire up my mother. So,
okay.
There we go. Joey, your last words.
Please be better than Shawn's.
There you go. For real,
I see Cardinal, by the way. I'm outside. I see a Cardinal.
Get your pet spayed or neutered. And quite honestly, this heat hasn't bothered me too much. I've been kind of surprised. I sweat regardless, but as far as feeling smothered or drained, it ain't bothered me too much. Now 103 might be a little bit different.
It might.
And my air conditioner works phenomenally, so.
They're saying they can hardly hear it.
I'm speaking right into
Joey's talking right into the microphone.
Person, so.
He really is. So I don't know. Shawn on the Samsung S1.
No, he's on what was those Razors?
T-Mobile Sidekick is what he's got. For real, get the heat wave out of here. Shawn's never had a sidekick.
It's not leaving for quite a while. It's here.
Cool guy Don. Yo. What did I miss? You missed the whole show.
Cool guy Don.
But you are a cool guy, Don. So
late guy Don. Right
late guy. It is what it is. We appreciate you.
Show done, Don. Right?
Show done, Don. Speaking of Don, I saw somebody asked about the parents. Mom doing a whole lot better. Dad's still kind of like in a holding pattern. So we really don't know what's going on. We still appreciate all y'all's thoughts and prayers, though.
I hear the echo no matter who's talking.
See, I don't hear it unless you talk. Is your phone on? Wait a minute. No, you're not even logged into it. Y'all just had to chalk that up to Restream this week. We apologize. We'll try to get that fixed for the next show. Shane, you missed everything. John says Rosie. Okay, John, calm down a little bit.
John's fired.
John's fired. We're gonna go on a little bit of a break here, guys. If there's a need for us to unite, we will do another show, but we don't have a planned next show at the moment. Because it's summertime, we want to do some stuff, have a little break. But if something pops up, your neighborhood Crusaders with a CS and a Z.
Hey, Joey, we got some work to do, man. Shawn's birthday's on the 27th, bro. So we got to hit the pavement.
Not only is Shawn's birthday in a couple weeks, Joey tried to set him up with a friend and he declined. A paid friend at that, but
hey man. Desperate times call for desperate measures.
We ain't desperate yet, bro. We still get time.
16th. We've been talking about this for over a year.
Well,
Shawn's been talking about it for 39 and 8 minutes.
Yes, John. He becomes officially 4-0 on the 27th. So, and I appreciate
we got to go out next Saturday. Shawn, we going out next Saturday.
Shawn, y'all are going out next Saturday. Oh, and I'm going to be in town. I didn't think I was going to be in town. I will be in town. So
We're trying not to let that happen, Joey.
gosh, man, somebody's got to make the graphic.
We can't do all the work here, bro.
I know.
Somebody's got to edit that graphic with Shawn's face in it and the number 39 on it instead.
This guy up here's got to do this part and just going.
Hey guys, did you know the chemical equation for water is H2O?
You know the given that that's a juice flow, Gray.
The H2O is wetter than anything Shawn's ever. Never mind. I'm sorry, but really quick before we head out of here, again, we appreciate all y'all's support. We appreciate y'all sticking to the end. I had a great opportunity this week that I had to pass up because I was so busy with things around the house, but I was actually asked to host the Mike Rutherford show Thursday and Friday, and I wasn't able to do it, but I will be on there to talk with the guy, talked with the man himself, and we're going to try and make it happen the next time. But very, very privileged, very honored. The show's going is nothing but up. We're just going to have to just say, forget it. And do y'all want us to turn the podcast into a radio show, or do y'all like this format better because it's easier for us to get to you all? Let us know, because we could go either way. We could go either. Unlike Shawn, we could go either way. Y'all let us know. Let us know. But again, we appreciate you all tuning into the show. Thanks again for all the love and support. We appreciate y'all. I do too, John. I don't know. Everybody's like, man, you should get on the radio. I'm like, so I can give them $3,000 a month just for us to talk? I'm Gucci. Thank you. I don't know why I said Gucci. That's something that my nieces say. I apologize.
No cap.
I like that. Never say that again. Okay, so we'll stick here. You know what? That was a very open and shut conversation. Again, thanks again for all the love and support. If y'all have any questions, remember, my DMs are open, not for stuff that Shawn needs, but for any sports questions, hit me up 24 hours a day. When I get to them, I'll get to them. Until next time, this has been the Cardinal Sports Zone Podcast.
Where's our outro music?
It's playing. Are you deaf?
I don't hear it.
Cool guy Don said he'd love both. Walter said, look, stay the same. It's easier.
I hear chirping.
It's easier to distribute the show this way for me. So, all right, y'all. We're out of here. It's the Cardinal Sports Zone Podcast. Jason don't hear it either. There must be something wrong with Restream right now. Okay, I'll never do that again. Absolutely. We're out. I don't know what was going on with this. Oh.